Yeah, Apple, if you haven't noticed, I really like my color red, and I'm gonna go ahead and need you to make this a reality. The product red iPhone 10, guys. So this thing is actually rumored to happen. I love red accents on my watch, red accents on my seats, on my motorcycles, and on my phone. Hopefully this will tie in the whole collection. So guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about several things in this video, several new products that Apple is working on, in particular a product red iPhone 10 or possibly 8 series, and some other news in between. So let's get started on our weekly news. Now, first off, it's official. Fortnite Battle Royale has actually been announced for iOS devices, and you will be able to play this on the go with your friends, even cross-platform with PS4, Mac, PC users, and eventually Android users. I think that part was really cool. But the fact that they got this game on here is a little suspect. How are they gonna, make the controls compact, usable? I'm definitely very interested to see how they'll do that, but this is really awesome. I love this game, and the fact that I can get together with a group of friends on the go and play it is cool, not just from my house. And there are other ports of this onto the iPhone, but it definitely won't be as good as this, I think. So if you have an iPhone 6S or newer for an iPhone, you'll be able to run it on an iPad. It's an iPad mini 4, iPad Air 2 and above, and the new budget model $329 one will work as well with this. So you can actually sign up to try it out early next week. They're going to be doing the invites, and yeah, I'm very excited about this one. We'll see how it goes. Now, according to an analyst from Rosenblatt Securities, we could be seeing new iPads here very, very shortly in the second half of 2018. And that actually falls into place with the WWDC leaked dates between June 4th and June 8th. So much like last year, Apple will be using WWDC to reveal new software, but also release new products like this new iPad as well. And he also did mention some design changes that we might be seeing on these new iPads as well, which do add up with the other ones we've heard from Bloomberg and Ming-Chi Kuo. He's saying that it will have less bezel around the edges. So much like the concept that we rendered up, this is what that could look like. It's unknown if it'll have a notch up top to house Face ID, but I really don't think that's necessary. I mean, the iPhone was pressed for space. The iPad is a much bigger device, so I'm sure they can find a way to not have a notch on it. So it'll have more display, less bezel. Also, a home button will not exist on this iPad, so they're going to be getting rid of it, bridging the gap between the iPhone 10 and the iPads. And hopefully the software follows suit, because when I go from an iPhone to an iPad, and I say this all the time, the experience is very different and it's confusing, it's annoying, so hopefully they make that more similar. This analyst is also saying it will keep its LCD display, will not have an organic LED display just because of the cost. It would be too high. Also, Face ID will be coming on this new iPad. And of course, we're going to be seeing the Apple A11X chip, which is rumored to be an octa-core processor, 3 high-end cores, 5 low-end cores, and it'll be the most powerful processor on the mobile device to date. And this analyst is saying he also believes that Apple is planning to launch a product red iPhone in the near future, much like the 7 and 7 Plus series, which were released about halfway through their cycle. This time around, it could be an iPhone 10 or an iPhone 8 and 8 Plus series to boost the sales to that lower end device, which honestly isn't selling very well. Either way, I think it would be a beautiful combo. I think the iPhone 10 needs it for sure because it only has 2 colors, and this would be such a beautiful combo. I mean, I would buy it for sure. Man, one can dream. So hopefully we do see that come to the light of day, but a product red iPhone 10, as shown here in this colorware little demo, looks fantastic, and I think it could work very well. In the last version, it was sort of a matte paint job. This would be more glossy, so it'd give it a cool little spin. And AirPods 2 are certainly happening. There's a lot of buzz about them right now. Barclays actually published a new report saying that AirPods 2 are coming in 2019 with improved noise cancellation. And that feature might not be intended because it's actually getting water resistance. And with water resistance, you're going to be getting improved seals on the edges. And as a result, it's sealing it off a little bit better. So that noise cancellation would be a side effect of that improved water resistance. Either way, all around great features, love to see them, but probably not going to happen like Bloomberg said in 2018, but in 2019. And apparently Apple's working on more products that will be cheaper. The Economic Daily News is saying that a MacBook Air with a price tag between $799 and $899 is in the works, and it'll be a redesign. So not just the same design with a new processor, what they've been doing for many, many years already, an actual new version that's going to be much cheaper. It's expected to boost the sales of their laptops up by 15%. And apparently Apple is working on a smaller version of the HomePod, which should be cheaper as a result as well. Already, I think it's too small and too quiet quiet for larger rooms, but Apple apparently has a little niche to fill. There's a small gap in the market where a smaller, cheaper speaker could fit the bill. And this concept by Martin Hajek actually gives a really good idea of what that could look like. It could be a portable version with a battery inside, maybe. I thought that was pretty neat. And it has a click wheel on top. So from the old classic days, you'd have a little throwback up there. Really cool looking. It could possibly be a nice little product. And who knows, this could actually be really popular just because of the cheaper price tag. So that's supposedly going to come out later this year alongside the new 6.1-inch LCD model in September. And I wanted to show you guys something pretty neat. So this is a tweak that was just released. It brings a dark mode to Snapchat and it looks so good. I didn't know it was something I wanted until I saw it. It works very well in all areas. It basically brings a true dark mode to your Snapchat experience. After using this, I think that Snapchat should definitely implement this. I can imagine it would save you a lot of battery life if you sit on Snapchat a lot on the iPhone 10 with the OLED display. It just looks really, really neat. So I thought that was pretty cool. Wanted to share that with you. And one more thing before I go, a interesting statistic that was brought to light. 2 out of 3 iOS devices from 2007 until now are still in use. A firm basically did a simple calculation. They took the amount of active iOS devices right now and subtracted that from the total amount sold, and they found that 2 out of 3 are still in use. And of course, they made more iOS devices later, so that's not really fair. There might be some really, really old ones still in use. Who knows? I know some people, like I've seen a 3G in use the other day. It was kind of a shock for me. How can someone still use that? But there are a lot of iOS devices out there, and the shelf life of these is quite incredible. All right, guys, there it is. That is our weekly Apple update. If anything, please, Apple, bring the product red iPhone 10 to market. I really, really want it. You have one guaranteed sale for me already. Fortnite is coming too, so I'm pretty excited about that. So there it is, guys. Stay tuned for any and all updates. Peace.